All right, guys. So welcome to part four. I actually ended up fixing the simulator. All I had to do was actually restart the simulator, and then it started working. So I also changed this up. I removed the if statement, and I made it into a guard statement. I haven't actually tested this yet. What we're gonna do is, because we changed to a guard statement, we're gonna use these new variables we made. So let's go ahead and do that. So we can remove these and put the name variable in there, email in there, and the password in here. There we go. Now that we use them, we can go ahead and run this app. Go here. Let's open again the console and let's test clicking this. And okay, so one weird thing that just happened is this actually didn't work. Let's see why. So I think I need to force it. This should actually return it. It should not work. Must be type. I wonder why this return did not work. Okay, so we'll take a look at that in a second. But as you can see, it's doing the API call. It's saying you must fill out all the fields. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, wrong thing. Let's go to the simulator and let's go ahead and do that. So let's run the app. And let's just sign up with a test user. So test at gmail.com. And then password is Mackenzie. I'm gonna go ahead and go here, click register, and there you go. Actually register the user. And so that works. The next thing we want to do is let's just save the, make a variable called default. Actually, so we have this response, and I want to see something real quick. Let's see, keep opening that. I'm gonna run this again. This shouldn't work, should have an error. And we're gonna see if we have this error thing. If we do, then we could just print it out. So let's just go here, and let's say JSON errors dot let's see if it exists. Yeah, so if errors does exist, let's print out something saying we have some errors. And what we're gonna do is then just return, get out of this function, and if this does work, then we have to actually register the user if we don't have any errors. And the way we do so we have to do is save the let's see, actually we'll save it like this. We don't actually get the token when we register to user. Okay, so that actually works right there. Let's go ahead and create a login screen. Well, let's go ahead and test that real quick. So say test at gmail.com, password doesn't matter, and we have some errors. Yep, that's because the email already exists. Let's go over here now. Let's create another screen. Actually, for saving a bit of time, Just gonna create a new button in here. Name it login. And for the login, we just won't fill up the name. We'll just do email and password. I have to go ahead and link this. So let's go ahead and click this plus sign. And what I'm gonna do is in here, let's open up that controller. And then let's go to login, create an action for it, login btn. We can go ahead and close this. And now that we're here, we're gonna do something similar. So let's just copy this. We're just gonna confirm that we don't actually need the name, so we can get rid of that. And then we're going to be using the login API. And we're not going to pass the name. So let's delete that. Everything else looks good. If we have errors, display it. And if we don't have errors, what do we want to do? So if we don't have errors, let's see what happens when we log in. We're going to get something called token. So for now, let's just display that token. So to get the token, it's just going to be JSON. The key being token, and that's going to be a string value. And for now, we're just going to print out the token. So let's go ahead and test this. My email is MackenzieAlvarez@me. Password is Mac123. Let's let this run. Okay, so it actually has a problem. Let's try running it again. Okay, so let's put my email. Password is Mac123. Click login. And we have some errors runs, but it also this runs. So why are we have some errors? What we can also do is let's just print out JSON to see what's going on. Go ahead and run this. And again, in here, it was Mackenzie@me.com. And then here it's Mac123. Let's click here. And this is still running. And here's the JSON. So we don't actually... What's weird is that we have some errors. Why is that running? This is the register, and this is, so we're guarding it. This is not even running right here. What's running is this. There's errors and then that exist. Let's just confirm if this one's running. So let's say login, and let's put register here. Not sure why that is running if errors doesn't really exist. Yep, let's just test this. So Mackenzie@me.com, Mac123, click login, and we're getting the register. It's running for some reason. Okay, so let's just see what's going on. Sorry if you guys are hearing some noise. My neighbor's playing basketball outside right now. Wrong time to be filming, I guess. So if I click the login, okay, yeah, so it's running both of them at the same time. That's the problem. So I'm not sure how that happened. There we go. Now they all have just one function, and we get the token. So what we want to do now is let's actually save that token that we get, and we're going to save it in our user defaults. So default equals user defaults dot standard, and here we're going to say user defaults, the variable, and then we're going to say string or is it add or set? I think it's set. Yep, set. And in here we're gonna say token, which is a string, and the value, the key that we're gonna hold it is just gonna be token. Token. So we set it. Next thing we want to do is do sync, and there we go. And the next thing we want to do is actually, so that's going to save as our token so we can use it everywhere else. So let's just put a comment here saying save token and go to main page. Alrighty. So let's actually create a main page now. So let's go here and let's just, it's going to be, main page is going to be a table because that's where you're going to see all of your chats, right? So let's go ahead and put a table there. Okay, next thing in controllers, I'm going to create a new controller. This one's going to be a Cocoa Touch class, just so it fills up some things for us. And in here, we're going to say chats VC. And yep, let's just save it there. And let's go back over here and give it that class in the properties. So in here, we're going to say chats VC. That's all we're going to do for now. Actually, we're going to click on this screen, and here in the story ID, we're going to copy this. And there we go. So next thing we want to do actually now is let's go to, where is it? Right here, and go to the main page. So what we want to do is first, let's get the VC, which is the view controller, and it's going to be self.storyboard.initialize view controller with identifier. The identifier is chats VC, and this screen is going to be of type chat VC. And next thing we want to do is make that the root screen. Present view controller, and it's going to be this view controller called VC. Let's turn this to true, and this is going to be nil for completion. We're going to actually add some presets so we don't have to keep on typing our email and password. So our email is going to be Mackenzie@me, and our password is going to be Mac123. Obviously, you want to delete this in production. This is just so we don't have to keep on typing it over and over. So there we go. Click login, and it brings us to our other page, but it's bringing it as a model. I don't want that. I actually want that to be the main screen. Okay, so it looks like we need to say to present it as full. So let's just copy this. And let's go to the part where we do it. So right here. Click login, and there we go. We are on the other page now. Let's go ahead and see what happens when our login doesn't work. So add a 1 here, login, and that is a problem. Why is it taking us let's see something real quick. So let's just print the JSON. Sorry about this, guys. I'd rather do this live coding stuff because it definitely will help you guys understand more. So again, let's just mess this up. Do login, and we have this error. Okay, so it's called error. Let's go ahead and run this one more time. If error exists, log in. There we go. We have some errors in the login. If I remove the 2, click login, goes ahead and logs me in. Sweet. So the last thing we're going to do quickly is make it so if we already have a token, right? Remember, if we go to our register, we added this user default, which is going to save the token for us. So let's actually use that. So we're going to go to our scene delegate, and in here we have this window variable, and we're going to go ahead and use that to our advantage. So what we're going to do is create a navigation controller. It's a navigation controller. Let's just go ahead and create one, and we're going to say view controllers equals our chat screen. We have to go ahead and find that screen actually. So that's going to be how do I get the main storyboard? How do I reference the main storyboard? Here it is. So I'll go ahead and copy this. This storyboard is called main. And we're going to say let VC equals storyboard dot initializer. And it's going to be the same code we had in the other screen. So chat VC, and this screen is of type chat VC. Now we're going to make this, we're going to add this view to the navigation. So saying nav dot, I think it's called view controller. There we go. This takes an array, which our only screen is going to be the VC. Next thing we want to do is make this the main screen. So the way we do that, all we do is say window dot root view equals nav, and then we're going to say window dot make visible. And we only want well, let's just go ahead and test this at first. See if our code works. It should now take us automatically to this screen. Yep, it does. And what we want to do is only do this if we have a token. So we're gonna go ahead and create a, actually we don't have to create a variable for that. We can just say user default dot standard dot string for a key, and the key is token. If this is not equal to null, then we clearly have a token and we want to take him to the other screen. There we go. Let's go ahead and test this out, and you can see now if I, let's say I renamed this to, let's say token 2, let's say we didn't have a token 2, it should take us to the register screen. Yep, awesome. So that works. Again, if I name this the right thing, we logged in once, so we do have a token. Go ahead and do this, and it takes us back here. So that's it for today's video. So we basically have it where it keeps them logged in. This is the concept of the way you do it. You basically create a user default, which saves in the memory of the app. We save it with a key called token. And when the app loads, we're checking, hey, if this is nil, we have a key, then, you know, make this the main screen, and we're adding a navigation controller to it, basically. And that's it for today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and like. And if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll get started on displaying all the chats and making chats on the next video. Catch you guys later.